Angel, are you ready to go harvest some willow? Let's go harvest some willow. Aha. So, look at this. Got all this to go through, and here's this tree. Oh, I can do it while recording. That's slick. I got a new device for our YouTubing and stuff. Our last willow adventure, my old phone took a dump in the river. So here's an example of one that will not work. So here's a branch. Watch this. We're just gonna take it, bend it. It broke. When it does that, this no good. So even if you're, this for sure is not a willow tree, but there are some species of wood out there that will act like willow and that will work in tandem with the willow. And when you're foraging, you need to know that, you want to know that, but that there's a surefire test. Come on, focus. That there is a surefire test of a tree that will not work. When it breaks up like that, it's no good. All right, so there's the book bag. And here's the stuff that we've cut. We've cut it back. There's still some more in here, but we're just gonna let it be. This is a type of acacia, and it's not really willow, but it will weave. So we went and we grabbed all the easy to grab stuff. There it is. For the most part, it's almost all trimmed back from the road where we were cutting. All right, there we go. There we are. First load. The first load's down. So this is from, I'm pretty sure it's a type of acacia. It's got these thorns that are growing out. So, all right, cool beans. So, first load of acacia, some type of acacia. So we'll just let it set here, and I'm gonna go off and go get another load, and we'll check back for the sorting. All right, well, that was quite the adventure. So we're down here in Waynesboro, and we are along the river. Let me show you. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk across, and we're gonna harvest as much willow for our baskets as we can. So it takes work to make these things, and because the materials have to be collected, and we don't grow them as of right now, well, we have to kind of go out of our way and harvest them. First steps with the new phone. Lord, I don't need this phone to die in the water. Now mind you, it's January. It's like 30 some degrees. And I'm heading to this little patch over here. The water's doing really nice. It's really, really fast. And we're finally getting some depth. Woohoo! And now to this little island. Ooh, some watercress right there. So, look at this. So we got some materials. Ain't nothing here. This ain't willow. This is a hollow water plant, but you can see that the fibers, the outer fibers, would make a very beautiful, beautiful cordage. Just have to smash it up and grind it down. But we're after right here. There's a piece of willow right there, but we're after this stuff. Oh, poor guy, he snapped off. And again, like this stuff might not be willow, because look at that. See that pith? There we are. See that pith? I have to manually focus this thing now. So that big pith means that this will not work. So, on the hunt we go. So we've not really covered too far. There's the bridge, and the back is starting to get some stuff in there. But thought it was pretty cool. We stopped here because I'm gonna go through this mess. But look right here. There's an otter living here, stopping right here to eat, or a muskrat. But that's the evidence. Generally, I see that around a lot of otters. So, okay, cool. So we got some willow right there, and we're just gonna keep going along the bank. And like I said, I'm gonna go through, there's a lot of weavers and this stuff. Possibly. No, that pith I'm not so happy about. We'll leave him be. So we'll just get these little guys and keep going. Right here is where the river takes a really big dip. So the water here is deep, getting deeper. And I've got a new device that might die today because of me doing this. I swore I wasn't going to do it, but here I am, and here's the material. So sometimes in traditional heritage craft, here's the material, here's where it's found, that's where you gotta be. So here's what we did. So we clipped it, we left plenty of room there for it to grow, and look at this, it's pretty cool. This one's growing down, putting down roots. This is gonna be a good plant. So we're not gonna disrupt any of that. We don't want to do that. And man, it's amazing material. Plant, thank you. Sorry to cause you a little bit of pain, but hopefully for you, it's like a haircut. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're gonna help me make my living, buddy. Thank you so much. So I don't have any tobacco to give the plant, but I am letting it know I am grateful. So don't know your beliefs, but when I take from nature, I allow nature to know that I'm grateful for what it gave me, and I'm super excited to work with it, and I hope that it prospers. So to each their own, but the practice of it, telling the planter, being grateful and being thankful, is to always keep in mind and always remind yourself that it can perish if you over-harvest it. So take care of the plant will take care of you. And right there is the little guy's, or the big guy's, home. So we're gonna let him be. Pretty sure right there is where that otter is sleeping, down in the bank in there. So he's coming down through here. See the track? Coming down, right through here. Then he'll slink right through here, and then boom, gets in the water. He's also got a small trail up through there, if you see it, and then he cuts across. Boom. Animals are fascinating. Nature is fascinating. If you're not out in nature, what the deal, man? Look at this. Not the styrofoam or anything, but just look at that. That there. Beaver marks. Look at that. That's why the Native Americans used the teeth for carving tools. Cuts nice and clean. Ooh. So we're down a good ways in the river, and the pack is getting filled. And you got all this scraggly stuff that makes you think, oh, there's a lot of willow out here. And then you get to it and you're like, crap. So finding willow here on the South Fork can be kind of like finding white oak in the forest for baskets. Never ceases to amaze how much trouble you have to go through to get weavable materials. Ain't nothing easy about it. Here we've slogged a good mile or so down the river, maybe a little bit more. And that's the other point. When you're harvesting, by walking down the river and backpacking, the car is in a fixed location, your return trip is in a fixed location and you're walking down the current, you also got to walk up. So, you know, while you're out harvesting, pay attention to how much willow you're putting in, how heavy your pack is. Don't overdo it. Today is just a day of getting steps in. All right, I got more ground to cover, and this river is getting ridiculous. It's getting slippery. A lot of sediment. All right. Just wanted to bring you in on that beaver sign. That was pretty cool. Woo. I'm sinking. Sinking up to my knees. Yep. Whoop. River's getting a little deeper. So at what point do you go, screw it, I'm done, and backtrack? Because it's getting deeper. I might have to. All right, I'm gonna go a little ways. Keep slogging through. I mean, the phone's out of my pocket, so I'm good. Everything I'm worried about is out of my pocket. I'm good. I should throw it in my backpack. So one thing about this backpack, there's no pockets. Man, that willow just like disappeared here. I wonder if it's on the other side of the bank. But see, the park cuts clean all the way down, so keep trugging. River 1, Bigfoot 1. Ha! Mr. River, you did not claim this new phone. So the river has 1-1. I have 1-1. Right there it started to get really deep, and pants started to get wet. And I was like, make it to the rapid. If I can make it to the rapid, it'll pick back up. But this whole thing went. So there's no willow there. I've not found any for a while. So it's trying to do some stuff. It's trying to snow or rain a little bit. But check this out. Look at this. Came across an old spring house. People were here picking it up. Don't know the story, but there's somebody here who decorates this little thing. That's pretty cool. Makes me glad I came down this way. All right, so here we are. I couldn't take it. I couldn't be on the path, so I've been walking the bank of the river because this side of it is super, super deep. And lo and behold, there's a whole grove of willow right here, at least for this area. So here's where we're going to come back, help propagate it. But for right now, we're going to help trim this plant down. So it'll grow stronger, and we will also get more basket material out of it. So what I'm doing is I'm not cutting it back down to the root. I'm letting the branches come out, and I'm cutting the nodes. I'm cutting the branches out where they meet up. So it's going to put more stuff out for this year, and it's going to get a lot bushier. And next year, this time, when we come back, this will be full of a much higher quality of rod, because you can see the rods, you know, different qualities. They're all over the place. There's branches growing. And this guy here is definitely in need of some loving. So we're going to trim these guys up, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. All right, so I didn't get to film, stay up, slippery hill. I didn't get to film down there. There's been a few plants coming along. So what I did on all of these, I don't want to cut them down to the root. Like coppicing, it teaches you to cut them down to the root. I want this to produce more material. So what I did was I came up, snipped off each one of these little nodes. This year will put out more branches. This tree will shoot out more branches. The roots will put out more. The roots will put out more shoots. This is a trigger to the tree to grow more. So that's what we're doing. That's what it looks like. And the material that we've taken from the tree, that the tree has graced us with, will go into baskets. And right there is my basket bag. It's getting packed. It's starting to get hard to get stuff in there, so I'm gonna have to call it a day. And really happy that I found these guys. So there's 2 or 3, there's like 4 or 5 of them here that we've went on ahead and snipped down and prepared them to grow for next year. So this is exciting. Hopefully I'm here next year to see what this will do. Here's another willow clump. A couple of willow shoots down there. Oh, there's another one right there. But yeah, this here, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna snip this down because this here has been worked. Look down in there. So we're gonna snip it down. We're gonna take all the first year growth, maybe some of the second year growth out of here. See if we can stuff it into the book bag. Maybe stuff it into the book bag. But we will take what we can haul out of here. So, and no more. Like, once when that book bag's full, I'm just gonna have to come back on another day. But to see this guy harvest it and put into the pack. And again, this is not going to hurt the willow. This is only helping the willow. That is helping the willow to propagate, to grow. So by coming back, harvesting it, again, we're telling the tree, hey, grow deeper roots, put out more shoots. And that's what it's doing. So this here is this here's a wild one. Now that we're getting close to the park there, but no one does anything here. So our willow buddy who walks the river, who I've not met, left this one. So this here is going to give a lot of material. Very, very happy. So I'm going to get down here, get these, get him cleaned up, and we'll be back. And I can flip my camera around. Like, this new phone is awesome. So hey, if you've liked the video so far, if you want to help support the channel, you know, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. It's all free. It doesn't cost you anything. And I'm showing you how we make the products that if you ever meet me out at a craft show or something, or maybe you'll read it, this is how we get our material. It's not, we don't go out and buy it. We go out and we harvest it. This here is a look into the beginning of the process for this coming year. And this coming year, I want to make a number of these willow baskets. So with that being said, you know, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Feel free to reach out to others, because we do an awful lot on our channel, from gold mining, traditional heritage craft, tool making, you name it. Go down our channel and you'll see what we're all about. So let me get this done. It's getting cold. The day is waning. You'll notice where it was. We've cut it back. We've cut it down. We left plenty of places for shoots. And to let you know, so you can see how fast this stuff grows, that there is only 2 years old. And there were some clippings in there that was only 1 year and a little bit larger. See this guy right here? He's trying. That's almost 1 year, but there's a clear line in there. That's 2 years growth. So another 2 years, it'll be back to what it was if it's not kept. And I got it all in there. Now, this is a heavy pack. It's packed. I mean, like, that thing's a tube now. But we can still fit more in there if I come across it. But I have now gone from up there way, way down there and then back up. So, like, you know, we've done 3, 4, maybe 5 miles all said in total by the time we get back to our car. So not bad. And the majority of that was in the river. My legs are going to be feeling it tonight. There's some more rods too, but that's not willow. I got a big pack. Mr. Tree, thank you. You don't know how happy you made me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grow deep, put out more, because that's exactly what it's going to do. So if you're out, you know, traditional basket making, in traditional basket making, you live symbiotically with your material. You don't abuse it. This is not abuse. In fact, I've left some extra material on here that what I'll do in the springtime, I'll come back, clip some more of these guys off just before they put out more shoots, and then start planting more along the river. I'm going to come back and I'm going to propagate this whole area here and there where there's no people walking down. Just put a bunch of it right through here. And it'll do good. Still learning the new phone, so bear with me. So, you know, it'll do good in this area. This is growing prolifically. So, we'll help the willow with the area here get more prolific. We'll help it grow more. And the reason for that, you know, if you're in the South Fork fishing, you know, it's catch and release. So if you're in Waynesboro, you hit the South Fork, it's catch and release on everything because of the mercury content in here is so bad. This is where willow comes into play. Willow is great for getting into the soil, sucking the toxins out of the soil and keeping it in the roots. So all the mercury and stuff that the water has had in it, places where the high acidity, the mercury is going to fall out and be in, this plant will get in there and help clean the river out. So it's not a bad thing to put more of it in, and it's not a bad thing to help it grow. All right, so there's the bag loaded down, and here's what we got from our little roadside trip this morning. So we're going to sort all this out. We're going to go through this, sort this out. But that is a video for another time. I think we've covered close to 5 miles or so in the river today. So I might get this done, but what you're going to want to be around to watch is me doing this. So our next video, we're going to come out here and we're going to work on processing all of this out, snipping it down, putting it in bundles, and then we'll put it out here over the fire pit. Now, there's no particular reason for it to be over the fire pit. It's just open-aired, you know, it's not a lot of contact to the ground. And we'll move this, we'll take it, put it someplace, put it in the trailer in the shed, in our basket room, let it dry. And we'll stick this lot over here and to let it mellow, because good baskets are nice and tight and this stuff needs to shrink. But just look at that. This here's what we got so far within just a few trips. And I'm really, the hunt for that, finding him and finding so little of it has annoyed me, but we're going to propagate a lot of him. We're going to go back to where we got them, cut snippets off the trees before they put out buds, and we're going to plant a whole grove of this stuff. That's the wonderful thing about willow, is that you work with it, you grow with it, and it grows with you. So to give you a teaser, I've already taken this out of the piece, So to give y'all a teaser for the next video, this is the mess that we're going to go through. This is all the willow. There's some maple and a few other species in there, some sycamore. But this is all from the river today. This is all from that hike from the video. This morning, I've already gone and cleaned it up. So this morning's is this bundle right here. So we're going to make that ugly mess look like that. And then it's got to dry. So with that being said, I hope that you'll check back in. It's a massive pile. It's a massive mess to go through. So I hope you come back. And this pile of stuff right here is all the stuff that is rejected from what we brought in this morning. So what I'm going to do is, well, you'll just have to come back, won't you? So go on ahead, give us a like, share, subscribe if you want. If not, oh well. But yeah. Hopefully you do. Hopefully it's not really so. Oh, I'm going to shut up.